In today's message, we're going to talk about something that I believe is on everyone's mind: how to become the best in whatever it is that we do. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal goals, we all want to be the best version of ourselves. But the truth is, it can be a daunting task. We often find ourselves comparing our progress to others and feeling like we're not measuring up. But I want to let you know that you are not alone. We all struggle with this at some point in our lives. However, the good news is that by listening to this message, you can turn things around and start on the path to becoming the best in anything you choose to pursue. I have spent decades studying successful individuals from all walks of life, and I have discovered that there are certain principles and habits that they all share. And today, I am excited to share with you 5 of these ways that will help you become the best in anything. So sit back, take notes, and get ready to unleash your full potential. Let's get started. Starting with number 5. The 5th way to achieve that level of greatness you desire is never stop learning. You see, learning is not just something we do in school or to acquire a specific skill. Learning is a lifelong process that should never come to an end. It is the key to unlocking our full potential and becoming the best version of ourselves. And yet, so many of us stop learning once we finish our formal education or reach a certain level of success. But I am here to tell you that the true path to greatness lies in a commitment to continuous learning. Now, you may be wondering, why is it so important to never stop learning? The answer is simple. The world is constantly evolving, and if we do not keep up with it, we will be left behind. Think about it. The technology that we have today was not even imaginable 50 years ago. And yet, here we are using it to connect with people from all over the world. This is just one example of how the world is changing at a rapid pace. And if we do not continue to learn and adapt, we will be left behind. But it's not just about keeping up with the changing times. Learning also allows us to expand our knowledge and skills, making us more valuable and versatile individuals. It opens doors to new opportunities and allows us to take on challenges that we never thought possible. As the saying goes, knowledge is power. And the more we learn, the more powerful we become. Furthermore, learning keeps our minds sharp and active. Just like how we exercise our bodies to keep them healthy, we must also exercise our minds. Learning new things challenges our brains and helps us to stay mentally fit. As we age, it becomes even more crucial to continue learning to prevent cognitive decline. So, if you want to keep your mind sharp and your brain functioning at its best, never stop learning. But learning is not just about acquiring new information or skills. It is also about personal growth and development. When we learn, we are forced to step out of our comfort zones and try new things. This helps us to discover our strengths and weaknesses and gives us the opportunity to improve ourselves. It allows us to break through self-imposed limitations and reach new heights. As the great Tony Robbins once said, "If you're not growing, you're dying." And I couldn't agree more. Learning is the key to personal growth and development, and without it, we will become stagnant and unfulfilled. Now, some of you may be thinking, but I don't have the time to learn new things. I'm too busy with work and other responsibilities. And to that, I say, make the time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and it's up to us how we choose to use them. Instead of spending hours mindlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV shows, dedicate some time each day to learning something new. It doesn't have to be a lot. Even just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. And with the abundance of resources available to us today, there is no excuse not to learn something new. Furthermore, learning doesn't have to be limited to traditional methods such as reading books or attending classes. We live in a digital age where information is at our fingertips. We can learn from online courses, podcasts, videos, and even social media. The possibilities are endless. So find a method that works for you and make learning a part of your daily routine. But perhaps the most important reason why we should never stop learning is that it keeps us humble. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. And this humbling experience keeps us grounded and open-minded. It allows us to see things from different perspectives and be more empathetic towards others. It also prevents us from becoming complacent and thinking that we know everything. As the saying goes, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Next, I would like to share with you the fourth way to become the best in anything. As you may know, I have spent my life studying success and personal development. And I am here to tell you that the key to achieving greatness lies in consistent practice. Practice is the foundation upon which all skills and talents are built. It is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without practice, talent is just potential, and potential alone will not lead you to success. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect. And I am here to tell you that this statement is absolutely true. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, but Jim, I don't have the time to practice consistently. I have a job, a family, and other responsibilities. How can I possibly find the time to practice? My answer to you is this: if you truly want to become the best in anything, you must make the time. It is not about finding the time, it is about making the time. You must prioritize your goals and your dreams and make the necessary sacrifices to achieve them. Let me share with you a personal story. When I was just starting out in my career, I had a mentor who told me that if I wanted to become a successful speaker, I needed to practice my craft every single day. And so, I made a commitment to practice for 1 hour every day, no matter what. Some days, I was exhausted from my day job and all I wanted to do was relax. But I knew that if I wanted to achieve my dream, I had to put in the time and effort. And let me tell you, that 1 hour of practice every day made all the difference. It allowed me to hone my skills, refine my message, and become the best speaker I could be. Consistent practice is not just about putting in the time. It is also about being intentional and deliberate in your practice. It is not enough to simply go through the motions. You must be fully present and engaged in your practice. This means setting specific goals, breaking down your skills into smaller, manageable tasks, and constantly challenging yourself to improve. Another important aspect of consistent practice is staying committed and disciplined. It is easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but you must remember that success takes time and effort. You must stay committed to your practice, even when it gets tough. As the saying goes, the only bad workout is the one that didn't happen. Every time you practice, you are making progress towards your goals, even if you can't see it right away. Consistent practice also allows you to develop a growth mindset. This means being open to learning, making mistakes, and constantly striving to improve. When you practice consistently, you are not just repeating the same actions over and over again. You are actively seeking ways to get better. As the great Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games, 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Failure is not a setback. It is an opportunity to learn and grow. Consistent practice also builds discipline and resilience. It teaches you to push through challenges and setbacks and to keep going even when things get tough. It is through consistent practice that you develop the mental toughness to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. And let me tell you, the results of consistent practice are truly remarkable. Not only will you see improvement in your skills and abilities, but you will also see a transformation in your mindset and attitude. You will become more confident, more focused, and more determined to achieve your goals. You will also gain a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment from knowing that you are actively working towards becoming the best version of yourself. Next, we'll discuss the third way to become the best in anything, and that's by learning from the best. I'm reminded of a quote by the great philosopher Aristotle, who said, "Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny." Indeed, excellence is not something that happens by chance. It is a deliberate and conscious effort to constantly improve ourselves and strive for greatness. And one of the most effective ways to achieve this is by learning from the best. Think about it. In any field, whether it is sports, business, or the arts, there are always individuals who stand out from the rest. They have achieved a level of success and mastery that others can only dream of. And the key to their success? Learning from the best. So, what does it mean to learn from the best? It means seeking out those who have already achieved what we want to achieve and studying their habits, mindset, and strategies. It means being humble enough to admit that we don't know everything and being open to learning from others. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, "But Jim, I don't have access to these successful individuals. How can I learn from them?" Well, my friends, we live in an age where information is readily available at our fingertips. We have books, podcasts, videos, and seminars that can provide us with valuable insights and lessons from the best in any field. But let me tell you, learning from the best is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge and taking action. As the saying goes, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is true power. So how can we effectively learn from the best? Let me share with you 3 key steps. Firstly, we need to identify who the best are in our chosen field. This may seem like a no-brainer, but it's important to be specific. We can't just say, "I want to learn from the best in business." We need to narrow it down. Who are the top entrepreneurs in our industry? Who are the most successful leaders in our company? By identifying these individuals, we can then study their journey and learn from their experiences. Secondly, we need to study their habits and mindset. Success leaves clues, my friends. And one of the biggest clues is the habits and mindset of successful individuals. What do they do on a daily basis? How do they approach challenges and setbacks? By studying and emulating their habits and mindset, we can start to see positive changes in our own lives. Lastly, we need to take action. Learning from the best is pointless if we don't apply what we've learned. We need to take consistent and deliberate action towards our goals. As the saying goes, the best way to learn is by doing. So don't just read books or listen to podcasts. Take action and apply what you've learned. Now, some of you may be thinking, "But Jim, I'm afraid of failure. What if I try and I fail?" Well, let me tell you, my friends, failure is not something to be feared. It is a necessary part of the journey towards success. In fact, the most successful individuals have failed countless times before achieving their goals. But the key is to learn from those failures and keep moving forward. As the great inventor Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So don't let the fear of failure hold you back from learning from the best and achieving your goals. Now, I want to share with you a personal story. When I first started my journey towards personal development, I was a young man with big dreams, but no direction. I didn't have access to successful individuals, and I didn't know how to learn from them. But then I stumbled upon a book by the legendary motivational speaker, Earl Nightingale. And let me tell you, that book changed my life. I learned about the power of goal setting, the importance of taking action, and the success of countless others. I am talking about the power of developing a growth mindset. Now, what exactly is a growth mindset, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed and improved through hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn. It is the understanding that our potential is not set in stone, but rather, it is something that we can continuously expand and improve upon. You see, many people have a fixed mindset. They believe that their abilities and intelligence are set in stone, and there is nothing they can do to change it. They see failure as a reflection of their own limitations, and they give up easily when faced with challenges. But let me tell you, this kind of mindset will only hold you back from reaching your full potential. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. They understand that success is not a result of innate talent, but rather, it is a result of hard work, perseverance, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. They are not afraid to take on challenges because they know that even if they fail, they will come out stronger and more knowledgeable on the other side. So how can you develop a growth mindset? It all starts with your thoughts and beliefs. You must first believe that you are capable of growth and improvement. You must believe that your potential is not limited by your current abilities, but rather it is limitless. Next, you must be willing to put in the work. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. The same goes for your skills and abilities. It takes time, effort, and dedication to see improvement and growth. But I can assure you, it will all be worth it in the end. Another important aspect of developing a growth mindset is embracing challenges. Too often, we shy away from challenges because we are afraid of failure. But let me tell you, failure is not something to be feared. It is a necessary part of the learning process. Embrace challenges and see them as opportunities to learn and improve. In addition to embracing challenges, it is also important to seek out feedback. Feedback is crucial in our growth and development. It allows us to see our blind spots and areas where we can improve. But it is important to remember that feedback is not a reflection of our worth as individuals. It is simply a tool to help us grow and become better versions of ourselves. Now, I know that developing a growth mindset is not always easy. It takes discipline and a strong mindset to overcome the natural tendency to stick with what is comfortable and familiar. But I can assure you, the rewards are well worth the effort. You see, when you have a growth mindset, you are not limited by your current abilities. You are constantly pushing yourself to learn and improve, and this is what sets you apart from the rest. It is what allows you to become the best in whatever it is that you do. But let me be clear, having a growth mindset does not mean that you will never fail. Failure is a natural part of the journey towards success. But the difference is, those with a growth mindset do not let failure define them. They use it as a stepping stone towards their ultimate goal. And now to number one. As I stand here before you, I am reminded of the great words of the legendary Zig Ziglar, who once said, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." These words hold so much truth, and they are the foundation of what I am about to share with you today. My friends, we all have dreams, aspirations, and goals that we want to achieve in our lives. It could be anything from becoming the best athlete, musician, or entrepreneur to being the best parent, spouse, or friend. But the question is, how do we turn these dreams into reality? How do we become the best in anything we set our minds to? The answer, my friends, is simple yet powerful. Set clear and specific goals. Yes, you heard it right. Setting clear and specific goals is the number one way to become the best in anything. You see, goals are the fuel that drives us towards success. They give us direction, purpose, and motivation. They are the roadmap that leads us to our desired destination. And without them, we are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the vast sea of life. But let me tell you something, my friends. Setting goals is not just about writing down a list of things you want to achieve. It's about creating a clear and specific plan of action that will help you reach those goals. It's about setting a target and then working tirelessly towards it with unwavering determination and persistence. Let me share with you a personal story. When I was in my 20s, I was working as a stock clerk at a department store. I was barely making enough to make ends meet, and I knew that I wanted more out of life. I wanted to be successful, financially secure, and live a life of abundance. So I set a clear and specific goal to become a millionaire by the time I turned 30. Now, some people might have thought I was crazy, but I didn't let their opinions deter me. I knew what I wanted, and I was willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it. I started reading books, attending seminars, and learning from successful people. I also started setting smaller, achievable goals that would eventually lead me to my ultimate goal of becoming a millionaire. And guess what, my friends? By the time I turned 31, I had not only achieved my goal of becoming a millionaire, but I had also become a successful entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker. And it all started with setting a clear and specific goal. You see, when you set a clear and specific goal, you are giving yourself a target to aim for. You are creating a vision of what you want to achieve. And that vision becomes your driving force. It gives you a sense of purpose and direction, and it helps you stay focused and motivated even when faced with challenges and obstacles. But setting clear and specific goals is just the first step, my friends. The next step is to take massive action towards those goals. You see, goals without action are just dreams. You can have the most well-defined and specific goals, but if you don't take action, they will remain just that, goals. So, what does taking massive action mean? It means creating a plan and then executing it with all your heart and soul. It means being willing to put in the hard work, the long hours, and the sacrifices that are necessary to achieve your goals. It means being persistent and never giving up, even when things get tough. And let me tell you, my friends, there will be times when things will get tough. There will be setbacks, failures, and disappointments. But it is during these times that your goals will keep you going. They will remind you of why you started in the first place and give you the strength and determination to keep moving forward. But setting clear and specific goals and taking massive action is not enough. The third and equally important step is to continuously evaluate and adjust your goals. You see, as you progress towards your goals, you will encounter new opportunities, challenges, and experiences. And these may require you to make adjustments to your goals. For example, let's say your goal is to lose 20 pounds in 6 months. As you start working towards it, you realize that you are losing weight faster than expected, and you are feeling healthier and more energetic. In this case, it would be wise to adjust your goal and aim for a higher weight loss, or focus on maintaining your current weight and building muscle. On the other hand, if you are not making progress towards your goal, it might be time to reevaluate your plan and make necessary changes. Maybe you need to seek help from a mentor or a coach, or perhaps you need to change your approach. The key is to be flexible and open to adjustments, as long as they align with your ultimate goal.